Welcome to the Classroom of the Elite Explanation channel with Arya and Jake.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm Arya.
And I'm Jake.
On this channel, we talk about and analyze Classroom of the Elite.
Let's get started.
Do you know what Classroom of the Elite is about?
It's a series where classes compete based on their grades, right?
Yes, that's right. The story is set in a fictional high school in Japan, which is divided into 4 classes from A to D. These classes compete with each other based on their test scores, and each class has class points that determine their ranking.
I see. But why do they compete?
Because graduating from Class A guarantees you the right to pursue any career path you desire.
Any career path? What does that mean?
It means you can get into your desired university or company. For example, in the US, it would be like getting into Harvard or getting a job at Google.
That's an incredible opportunity.
That's why they use every strategy they can to move up to the higher classes.
So that's the main premise of the series. Got it.
Now, let's dive into the main focus of this video, which is Ayanokoji Kiyotaka's past, his actions in the story, and some behind-the-scenes insights.
His past?
Yes, Ayanokoji has a unique past that's different from normal people.
Like being the secret child of a famous person?
No, not quite. He was a test subject in a research facility and is considered its greatest masterpiece.
A research facility?
The facility is called the White Room, and its purpose is to artificially create geniuses.
That sounds intense.
It is. The education and treatment of the subjects in the White Room are extremely harsh.
Intense education? Oh? So even an average person can become a genius there, but it requires much more study and training than a natural genius.
Exactly. The White Room subjects are taught not only academics but also physical skills, arts, and games like chess.
So, Ayanokoji is a genius created by the White Room?
That's a key point of the story.
How so?
Ayanokoji was rigorously trained in the White Room until a year before he entered high school. By competing against the natural geniuses and leaders of the school, we'll see if he truly is a genius.
I see. If Ayanokoji loses to the natural geniuses, it means he's not a real genius, and the White Room can only produce highly skilled individuals, not true geniuses.
Exactly. In the latest volume, Ayanokoji is helping other leaders grow, planning to compete against them in the end.
So, it's a showdown between a created genius and natural geniuses. I'm excited for the final battle.
Me too. Now, let's talk about Ayanokoji's achievements in the story.
The achievements of the White Room's greatest masterpiece. Huh? I'm intrigued.
But first, let's go over some basic information about Ayanokoji. His birthday is October 20th, he's 176 centimeters tall, and his student ID is S01T004651.
Is this information important?
Not extremely, but it's essential for deeper understanding. For instance, in the same grade as Ayanokoji, there are 2 students with the same ID number.
That's unusual. Usually, student IDs are unique.
Exactly. This implies that the author, Shougo Kinugasa, intentionally duplicated the student IDs. This might become significant in future exams.
Good to know.
Now, let's discuss Ayanokoji's actions starting from Volume 1 of the light novel. I'll focus on details not covered in the anime.
I'm glad since I've only watched the anime.
Volume 1 begins with Ayanokoji questioning whether people are equal.
That was in the anime too.
It's an important point because it reflects Ayanokoji's doubts at that time.
Did he start wondering this because of the White Room?
Jake, do you think people are equal?
No, I think everyone is different. Equality means everyone is the same, and that's not human.
I agree. Ayanokoji says, equality is a lie, but inequality is also an unacceptable fact.
It's true, but it's a complex statement.
As school starts, Ayanokoji's expressions are more varied in the light novel compared to the anime.
Expressions? Ayanokoji is usually expressionless.
Here's an example. Look at this image. On the left is the anime, and on the right is the light novel illustration.
Wow, in the light novel, he's sweating. In the anime, he stayed expressionless.
In this scene, he's calmly analyzing the situation. In the light novel, he deduces that Kushida and Horikita went to the same middle school.
Impressive. But how did he figure that out?
When Kushida first talked to Ayanokoji and said she wanted to be friends with Horikita, she knew Ayanokoji's name. Since Horikita didn't introduce herself, Ayanokoji realized Kushida must have known her from before.
That's smart. Ayanokoji deduced their relationship from just that.
Yes. This scene highlights Ayanokoji's intelligence and should have been in the anime. In Volume 1, his main achievement was preventing Sudo's expulsion.
Sudo? Didn't he get into trouble for fighting?
That was in Volume 2. In Volume 1, Sudo was at risk of expulsion for failing a test.
Right. I forgot it wasn't the fight.
At this school, failing a test means expulsion.
That's harsh.
It creates tension, making the story more engaging.
Guessing who might get expelled next sounds fun.
Ayanokoji distributed old test questions and Horikita shared her notes, but Sudo still failed.
With the same questions, he should have passed easily.
Sudo didn't have a sense of urgency. He assumed he wouldn't get expelled.
But he didn't get expelled in the end, right?
Thanks to Ayanokoji. He remembered their homeroom teacher's statement, "You can buy anything with points at this school."
Anything?
Yes, including privileges. For instance, you can pay to avoid expulsion. 1 point can be bought with 100,000 points.
100,000 points? Did Ayanokoji have enough?
Students received 100,000 points at the start, but their class had 0 points the next month, so he didn't have enough.
So what did he do?
Horikita helped, paying half of the required points. She had saved her points, suspecting something was off about the system.
Smart move by Horikita.
This is how Sudo's expulsion was prevented.
The story often uses subtle hints to solve problems, which makes it interesting.
Exactly. The light novel has many layers of hints and foreshadowing, making it fun to analyze.
The school's meticulous system of point usage is fascinating too.
Yes, every possible situation has a set point value.
But isn't it strange for such a meticulous school to reuse old test questions?
Good point. It might be intentional. The school seems to test students' problem-solving skills. Recognizing the past paper's importance requires various skills like insight, communication, and negotiation.
Skills that are useful in the real world.
Yes. Graduating from Class A means being ready for society. This is part of the school's purpose. We still don't know the school's full purpose, even in the latest volumes. It's something to keep an eye on. That's all for Ayanokoji's achievements in Volume 1.
I understand now that Ayanokoji is different from the other students.
In our next video, we'll discuss Volume 2.
Please subscribe and hit the like button.
See you next time.
See you.